Hello and welcome to another edition of Mailbag. What is Mailbag? Well, Mailbag is a feature of the channel where you guys leave lots of comments on the channel and I attempt to answer those comments, or if I can't answer those comments, I throw it out to you guys who have more knowledge on some of this stuff than I do. So let's get into the first mailbag of this session. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. The next comment or question comes from the Death Beats, my friend Gary. And he writes, very impressed that you'll get your hands on a TR909. And actually, funny enough, that is a TR909. Fortuitous, that one, wasn't it? I always wanted one back in the 90s when I first started putting out tunes, mainly because of the Prodigy. I never managed to find one in the pre-eBay days, and by the time it became easy to pick them up online, they were way too expensive. Yeah, I mean, the price of the 909 is just ridiculous. So I settled for a MC303, which I used a lot on my early tunes as part of my live setup. The closest I ever came to an actual 909 was at Grooveviver's home studio that I was lucky enough to visit in the early noughties. When I used to work for his manager, I remember telling him that I used to have a TR808, but that he lent to someone and forgot to ask for it back. That's, you know, I wonder if he's got it back now. Both the TR909 and TR808 are very, very sought after, as everybody knows, and obviously command a premium in the market space. I have to admit that my 909 is not my 909. It's actually Mike's 909 from a... he's going to hate me. I'm trying to think what his name is now. Innovator. So this is the drummer of a band called Innovator, who has lent me that 909. And he was true to his word about lending it to me when they found out that I got hold of an RD9. So I have an RD9, it's in storage. I've got the 909 here. The 909 needs cleaning, which is the reason why it's here. Because over the next couple of days, I'm going to just get down to cleaning it and making sure it all works for him. So it's kind of been sitting and waiting for me to clean it for quite a while. Because as a number of you might know, if you watch the channel on a regular basis, I've got an illness which I'm currently battling. And that illness is just washing me out at the moment, has been for months. I just haven't really got round to doing any of the stuff that I want to do in the workshop, any of the stuff I want to do in terms of playing, which is the reason why I've just changed the setup in here. We've had a bit of a sort out before Christmas. So I'm recording this between Christmas and New Year 2020. And we've had a bit of a sort out in here. We've got rid of some more stuff that we didn't need. Stuff has been moved around the house because of other places in the house have now been finished in terms of decorating and being doing up, which means that stuff that was previously stored in here can now not be stored in here, it can go elsewhere. Anyway, that's enough about the domestic stuff. The course is then there is a course after I've cleaned it. It's to structure and set of videos to compare the two platforms. And I know other people have done it, but they haven't done my way. And I always have a way of doing things in my way. And people who watch the videos might like my way, but they might not. Anyway, mind you, the problem is the rate the mailbags are currently coming out. And unfortunately, if you're watching this, you're probably watching this in January 2023. And you're probably going to be deluged with mailbags in January 2023 because I have so many mailbags to try and catch up on. This particular answer was done in March 2023 and we're in December. So I need to get about 9 months worth of mailbags videoed, edited and put up on the site. So January, I think there's going to be probably 20 odd mailbags go up, and probably February will be 20 odd mailbags go up as well. And with a bit of luck, I might actually scratch the surface. So that's one thing. The other thing I've probably been doing at the beginning of 2022 was I had 2 Muse receptors. I acquired 2 Muse receptors, and I was quite immersed in those at this point in time. So I've got to be honest and say the Muse receptor has been, in terms of maintenance on the Muse receptor, is a very, very frustrating platform. But if you're watching the channel, you have been watching the channel over December, you will see the entire Revenge of the Clone sequence, which was all about the Muse receptor, that have been published to the channel. So hopefully you understood what trials and tribulations I went through to actually get a clone of the original hard drive, which I've now put in storage. Anyway, that sort of kind of is a bit of a ramble and off topic, but you know, it is a toy. It is sitting here, and for those that wondered, this was in response to an SMR I did in February 2022 called New Toys Please, and that is definitely a new toy. Next comment, question, whatever, comes from Polish Viking in response to Ensoniq SQ2 in the sun, a video I did in June 2021. And Polish writes, some of the SQ2s do not have the colourful plate strip saying 32 voice under the symbol on the front panel. Why? Good question. Basically, I don't believe that there was a different build to this keyboard. So I'm guessing that the strip you referred to was removed between batch 1 and batch 2, or batch 3 and batch 4. And it probably was something silly like it wasn't passed through a screen printing process, as opposed to something that was a bit sinister. That's kind of what my guess is here. Or they changed the people who did the printing of the case between batches and different, and it was missed off the artwork. Now the skeptic in me said it was because, you know, it was colourful, and therefore, you know, if you put multiple colours on, it costs you a lot more money to actually make or screen print the decals on the keyboard. So it was a cost-cutting exercise, and as we know, Ensoniq was a small company and costs were everything. But you know, I just don't know is the honest answer. But there are some sort of reasoned guesses about why it is missing on one version and not another.